Hello everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I have not actually been able to do much in between episodes because I'm not yet at the point of the game where I can really do very much. I did get some red boots last time from the treasure hunt, so I am now going to equip them on our main character. And let's head over to Sprome. Up, see if there's any new rumors. There is indeed. Snowy Pass. Snow was reported falling in large amounts in Lucia. While the parents worry about the cause of the strange weather, the kids are out enjoying the snow. And nothing else. Okay. From time to time I will check back and see if there's any new rumors. And we might... yes, we do. We now have a new type of quest. There's the standard combat quest, like the one we've already done, the flower picking, or herb collecting, you know what I mean. There's also these. They have a different symbol. I've been challenged to a duel, but I'm scared. Will you go in my place? Just pretend to be me, okay? Viscount Gat. This is a dispatch mission, which means we send one of our clan members away to do it by himself, essentially. For which we would have to send him away for 3 days. There are 3 types of dispatch mission that I can think of right now. I don't believe there's any others. There's ones which just take a certain amount of time, which means if I walk around the map for 3 steps, it'll be done. There's ones which require you to do a certain amount of fights. And these fights, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose. So if you really intend on making a fights or battles, a dispatch mission go very quickly, engage a random enemy and flee instantly. And that'll count as a fight, basically. And then there's ones which require you to kill a certain amount of enemies. And a mission of this type, a dispatch mission, can also require items or skills, and it can require a certain job. This one requires a soldier, which means I'm only allowed to send a human soldier. What's important to note when you're choosing a party member to go on a dispatch mission, right now I only have one soldier, so that's why there's only one on the list. My main character is a soldier as well. He cannot go on dispatch missions because he might then be gone, and there are certain fights where he has to be present, which is why neither the main character nor Mont Blanc can go on dispatch missions. And as you can see, the little guy Shrew on the right of the screen, he's jumping up and down happily. This means he has I'm not certain if it's a guarantee, but he has a very good chance of success. I don't recall an instance where I have seen this fail when the character is jumping up and down. I'm not certain. It might just be a really good chance of success. It might be something like 95% and it's still possible to fail. I'm not certain. There's also the option of them just sort of standing and walking on the spot in a just idle animation, I guess. That means that they can do it, but it's not terribly likely. I don't know what the exact odds are of when that animation plays. And then there's one where they sort of kneel down and bow their head in shame, which means there's basically maybe a tiny chance that they can do it, but it's not good. But this guy's jumping up and down. I will only be taking dispatch missions when the character that I would be sending is jumping up and down. Because I don't want to fail them. Dispatch missions are also ones that I might be doing off-screen. The ones that take a certain number of days I might do on-screen because it's easy to manipulate. But if I take a mission that requires me to fight 5 battles, for example, I might not want to wait for 5 battle missions to be over for that to happen, essentially. There's random encounters on the map that can happen, and I might be using those, but I don't want to show the random encounters because they're boring, repetitive, and there's not much use to them, essentially. Okay, I'm just going to accept this mission. Now we have 3 days. And next I will take Snow in Lucia. Would you please take my children to play in the Snow and Lucia Pass? I'll make you lunch. Please watch out for monsters. And we don't... Actually, I should go back and read this in full. This is a battle mission. We get 3,600 gil and a burglar sword. I don't know why they say gils when really pretty much any currency I'm aware of, the singular and plural are the same. I mean, there is such a word as dollars, but you're not paying $100 for something, it costs $100. At least that's the way I'd say it. Same with euro. No, with euros it's... I mean, I guess you could say 100 euros. It sounds strange to me. It sounds more natural to say 3,600 gil. So that's what I'll be saying, even if it says gils. And nothing required, cancellations accepted. Generally, if there's no cancellations accepted, that tends to indicate a mission that's story relevant. But I don't think that's a general rule. I don't actually have anything to bring along, right? Yeah. Okay, I am cool with the mission, let's just do it. Okay. As I said, I will be doing, and I'm just walking back and forth now, this may seem silly, but it's to make the dispatch mission pass. There we go, dispatched unit has returned, dueling sub. Dueling sub was a success, so we get some AP. These AP will only be given to the character that has gone on the dispatch mission. So you could use dispatch mission... Oh, we have a new party member, Etoile, an archer, or Etoile. Etoile? Etoile? Something. I don't know why I'm trying to pronounce it French. And because we're very short on party members at the moment, I'm going to welcome this unit to the clan. But I will not be using her for this fight. Dispatch missions are a way to train your characters in using abilities, because they do not get experience, they just get ability points. And you don't have to take them to fights. Let's say you just made a character, you want to teach him some abilities, but he's actually very useless. Then if you take him to a fight, he's basically a waste of a character slot. If you just send him on dispatch missions that he's got a good chance of winning, it's another way of basically making him learn skills that might make him useful. Okay. I didn't actually check the laws, but that's okay. Instruments are forbidden, night swords are recommended. I don't use either of those at the moment, so that's okay. Let's put New Kid right here. We get 6 party members with us again, Mont Blanc. Again, as I said, we'll have to stay as a black mage, even though that's not ideal. Our warrior is, or soldier is back with us. I should probably change him around, actually. But I'll do that after this fight, or rather before the next fight, because after the fight I'm actually cutting the episode as I've chosen to do. Napkov will definitely stick with us. As I said, he will eventually become our probably highest level character. This is okay. I'll just be talking a little bit while fighting. We have to clear these monsters out of here. You know, because the children don't want to play with the big bad monsters. What I meant to say is, when a new clan member, or rather when a new unit wants to join our clan, yeah, let's just go here and wait. Can't do anything else at this point. It will be at the average level of our clan members, I think rounded down. So as our clan members get stronger, the new members that request to join will also get stronger. 8 damage, not a lot. Archers generally aren't very good for damage dealing, but they're okay for other purposes. You will just cure right here, because that's going to give you the best experience. If you were absolutely min-maxing this for example, to be as quick as possible, then you'd only want to hit the actual strongest target in a situation like this, because the healing was pointless. I only did it for experience, so I would have had to hit only Mont Blanc to get the maximum amount of experience from that action. Okay, Goblin Punch. It's the first monster ability we see. There is a particular human class called the Blue Mage. I'm just talking while fighting, there's not much commenting to do about the fight, so I'm trying to basically make it a little less boring. There's a human class called the Blue Mage, and the Blue Mage can learn abilities from monsters. He has a passive, or a support ability rather, which is called Learning, and I'm at 18 experience, so I can do some fighting without leveling up, so I don't have to stand around completely uselessly. And Learning enables them to do just that when they're hit by a monster ability. And it's only once. It's not like they've got a chance to learn it. They will learn it instantly and be able to use it using their Blue Magic command. However, the only thing required to actually be able to learn is that passive learning ability. It's a support ability. There's different types of passive abilities. There's the support and the reflex ability, or reaction abilities. Okay, I can now actually show you something, because I'm in a good position to do so. And that's the Whirlwind ability. Because I have two enemies adjacent to you, one I'm hitting in the side, one I'm hitting in the back, so I've got a good chance to hit on both of them. 75 and 88 respectively. I do 14 damage. Let's compare that to the actual damage I would do with a normal attack. 16. So it does a little less damage, but it hits both targets with a good chance to hit, so I'm choosing this option. Oh darn. Oh well. But yeah, as I said, all you need to learn is that passive ability. Which means what I'll be doing is I will make a human into a Blue Mage. And that requires that human to have learned one White Mage and one Black Mage ability. And I now actually need the heal on my monk. He is down to 15 out of 47. He doesn't have much health, so I'm doing this heal now not for experience, but for the actual healing effect. Yeah, but as I said, what I'll do is I'll make a human into a Blue Mage. And you are almost dead, but I doubt I'll be doing enough damage to you. And projectiles have an actual, trajectory, so if I aim at someone who's standing there, she might do a very high arcing shot, in which case it would hit him, but if she does sort of a flat angle shot, it'll hit this guy instead. But because I can't get the kill anyway, I'm just going to hit the dog, so I know what's going to happen. Ideally, I want to get my monk out of there, but I don't think it's going. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Random damage. Let's hope she doesn't go down. If he hits, though, it probably will. It does random damage, which means there's. Okay, he doesn't hit. I don't quite know how that random damage manifests itself, but it means it could do really good damage or it could do lousy damage. I think the damage that's displayed is the maximum damage it could do. That's what I want to say. I might be wrong. Again, it's been a while since I really did any in-depth playing of this game. Okay, but yes, I keep forgetting what I was talking about. I will make a Blue Mage and teach him the ability Learning, and then I will switch him back to a different class but keep the passive ability on him. So long as he has that support ability, he will learn things that are being thrown at him, even if he's not a Blue Mage at that point. He just has that passive ability, and that's all that's required. And yeah, I think she might just go down. It's still alive. Wow. This guy here has positioned himself so that his back is towards a corpse, which means I couldn't attack him from behind. I had to go in from the side, which is not ideal for hit chance, but what can you do? I would really... Oh, he's not even dead. Darn. I would really love to get to my White Mage again. Who's now taking a fair beating as well. There you go. Okay, I can't get close enough to heal both me and the archer, so I'm just going to go for the archer. And yeah, the white mage might eventually go down, but that's quite okay. It's not... There's no permanent character death in... well, I don't want to sort of lie, but... there is permanent character death in the game, but it's not going to happen on this mission. Even if one of my characters dropped to 0 health, he would be fine again after the fight. Much later we will encounter a different situation, but it's not for a while, so don't worry about it yet. For the moment, no permanent character death. It's just if a character dies, he's out of that particular fight, but he'll be just fine again for the next one. Okay, I should be able to attack from here. Yes. The height difference is it's getting a little higher, so eventually I would not be able to attack anymore. Oh, he can get to the white mage. That's unfortunate. Anyway. Even if I'd done the healing on the white mage, he would still not have had enough health to survive that, so it doesn't matter. Should have positioned him differently, but honestly I had thought that I would get another character to move before the these are called Red Panthers, so before the Red Panther had his turn again. Oh well. It doesn't actually matter because the white mage will still get the experience from the fight. So as I said, we're not really losing much from him being down. I just don't have healer at the moment, but I only have one enemy left who's going to die from this. So, no problem. Oh, things should be safe now. It's about time we brought these kids back home. And incidentally, I have not forgotten to link to the other stuff, to my sort of extra resources in the descriptions. So in the description you will find the list of which jobs get which stats upon level up. I'm not certain how old that list is. It should be correct. I just don't think it was ever completely finished, but it's good enough to be able to be usable as a sort of general rule of thumb on which class gets, or which job. I might say class a lot because it seems more natural, but it's jobs in this game. But yeah, that gives you information about which job is best for getting which stat. And then the other thing I linked to was the treasure hunter map option things. Just read through that page, it'll explain how to use the lists that are given. And there's 6, 7, 8, a fair amount of setups that sort of give you certain advantages and disadvantages over each other, and I've also written it down in the description. The one I'm using is the Dutch Ivalice one. It was apparently designed by a guy called Björn Blomberg. And I suspect he's Dutch, so that's why he called it that. That's basically the setup I'm going to be using for my map setup. Sharu mastered First Aid. And we have a new unit wanting to join us. It's a human archer, which is good. Not so much that he's an archer, I don't really care about that. What I like is the fact that he's human. So I will be doing some party management in between episodes, I think. And I will see you again next time, so I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.